Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Fitness Friday Posi-TIPS with Rachelle, folks, where on Fitness Friday, it's always the best day of the week. Gotta love it. And folks, before I move on here and discuss some marketing topics, specifically in the arena of fitness, wanted to kick this episode off with a quick PSA. Now, I served as Precinct 13 co-chair again here. We had elections this past, actually Tuesday of this week, and just wanted to give out a little public service announcement, folks. Many areas are struggling with recruiting poll workers. So I started doing it, of course, when the pandemic started, March of 2020, for our presidential primary elections here, but just all over. I'm sure things are going to continue to be tough and rough for election staff across the country in 2022, certainly in 2024. And so it's just, you have a lot of your seasoned election workers or poll workers that are retiring and no longer wanting to have, quite frankly, from a poll worker precinct standpoint, just don't want to be part of any potential drama or anything like that. So please step up. A lot of areas are losing a lot of people, even on those who do sign up, we're seeing mass cancellations. And so just wanted to put this out there, folks. I'm going to talk more specifically. There's some leadership lessons. So in a couple weeks, when I move on to confidence and leadership, I'm going to come back to some good leadership lessons that I've learned working the polls here in the battleground state of Michigan. And so I want to share that with you. And second, I like to start off the episode with something on a positive note whenever I can. And so I was in Dollar Tree again this week. You can see these, of course, for the burner covers for stoves. And it says, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And so, as I alluded to last week, folks, I get tested myself because as I was in the store buying this, checking out, I learned, and this is something that I never do on these episodes, but I think so highly of this individual. We lost our store manager here for the Dollar Tree in Novi. And she had run that store wonderfully and with excellence. Had to be 8, 9, maybe 10 years. And so it's just, and we lost a real retail titan here in the city of Novi. And just I honor her and her leadership and just the wonderful things she did in terms of running our local Novi store. And so I'm not quite sure how it would turn that, losing a retail titan here in Novi into some lemonade. But hey, I'm going to embrace the new person and embrace the new manager, and I'm going to keep on keeping on and keep on shopping in our Novi location of Dollar Tree and beyond. I'm all over the country shopping Dollar Tree locations. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. But I had to kick off with that book. I'm always tested just like you are. And moving on into our marketing episode, marketing conversation here. And this is such an ambitious episode, so I'm going to move through some of this material pretty quickly because I want to cover a case study at the end that's a really good example. But last week, you recall, I highlighted Walmart and how, from a marketing standpoint, again, the Goliath versus Goliath battle that's going on between Walmart and Amazon, particularly and specifically with Amazon Prime versus Walmart Plus, which launched in the fall of 2020, and as I alluded to, Deutsche Bank, I quoted an article for the Deutsche Bank where it was highlighted that they had, done some research and determined that Walmart at that point had 32 million members, and that was as of September 2021. We know that number's certainly gone up. And so something I alluded to last week is that in terms of, different ways and strategies that they've used to grow that membership, particularly that quickly. Of course, when you're Walmart, you have a lot of assets and a lot of resources, certainly, but wanted to show you, this is something that I mentioned, but this is the actual visual representation. Walmart had this flyer that came in the mail this week, Black Friday deal for days. And so, of course, in these episodes, folks, I'm not promoting any retailer, any entity, any fitness chain, or any fitness entity. These are all examples, so I always like to give that disclaimer. But what we see here, again, it's strategies of how they utilize, strategies that they're utilizing to grow that Walmart Plus membership base. Early access. So let me read this. It says, members of the Walmart Plus program, members get exclusive early access to online Black Friday deals. Shop 4 hours before everyone else. Every Black Friday deal included. Join now at walmartplus.com. Creating a sense of urgency. particularly around, if you know the Black Friday history of Walmart. We've seen it, I'm sure some of them are on YouTube, where you had arguments breaking out, people fighting over, items and trying to get to buy certain products on Black Friday and Black Friday weekend. So notorious, Walmart is kind of just certainly known for that, some drama that can happen in their stores around Black Friday and shoppers. And so now they're giving folks an opportunity. You get early access. So think about that from a customer standpoint. They may be thinking, because I'm not a member of this program, so a member of this program may be thinking, well, wow, my likelihood of getting something that may not have, they may have 10 of an item in stock. And if I'm a member of this program, maybe my odds of getting it are better. Of course, we have no way of knowing that information, certainly stock and inventory is proprietary to Walmart itself, but just things like that, creating an opportunity, and they're showing their Black Friday deals. So sign up for this program. You will get early access to these sales. So just had to highlight that. I mean, there's a really good example and a visual as I highlighted it, verbally last week, but out came the ads this week. Creating a sense of urgency. Creating a sense of urgency for folks to sign up for your particular facility, gym, membership, whatever the case may be, app. It happens. That is so important, particularly in terms of driving membership. Creating a sense of urgency is huge. So moving on now into marketing. So we see fitness marketing certainly picking up steam here in the fourth quarter of this year, which is very typical. Q4 and Q1 of the following year, always the heyday from a marketing standpoint, because why? You have millions and millions of people who set weight loss goals or I want to get fit goals coming into the new year. So New Year's resolutions, all of that. And so what I'm going to highlight here is just a few examples of some marketing that I specifically have seen. And so keep in mind, I am one person. This is not exhaustive, certainly not exhaustive. I didn't have the time for it to be exhaustive, and just wanted to give you a flavor in terms of what's out there and what's going on. And certainly, again, just real reason why I picked these entities that I'm going to be highlighting. They were just, I have practical, real world examples that I've seen with my own eyes. So again, this is not exhaustive. And so number one, I want to kick off. Have you seen? Now I've seen tonal ads. In terms of home fitness, the tonal, you can Google it to learn more about it, but I have seen online ads for tonal. I've seen it, I watch very little TV, so I have, the local channels that I rarely watch, but I also use Fire Stick, Amazon Fire Stick, most of the time. And so I'm watching YouTube or Amazon Prime Video most of the time. I mean, we're talking like 95%, 98% of the time, I'm watching those two. And so the ads that will come up that I will see on YouTube, I've seen some tonal ads. And so if you haven't seen it yet, they have a partnership with LeBron James. And so specifically, I jotted down some notes here of their online ad, which states, LeBron James, period, powered by Tonal. And it goes on to say that ad, discover your strength score with Tonal's science-based evaluation. So they've got a partnership in terms of distribution from a marketing standpoint. 4 P's of marketing, one of the 4 P's is placement, distribution. So they have a partnership with Nordstrom in 40 U.S. locations. All right, so you can go in there and get a demonstration, or obviously, go to their website. But so that's very important to note. Partnership marketing has always existed, certainly outside of fitness and in the fitness, within the fitness space, because people are thinking of opportunities, ways to create. And again, in a Nordstrom situation, you're talking about a product that retails for $2,995. So and you've got a monthly membership on top of that. So they had to partner with someone that was going to reinforce that image of luxury, of prestige. And so just wanted to highlight that. I've seen those ads with my own eyes. Secondly, Anytime Fitness. So several weeks ago, I got the email with Anytime Fitness where they had their $1 down and 2 weeks free promotion going on. So I received an email here once again from our local club highlighting, hey, there's still time to sign up for this promotion. And so it was supposed to end in October, but apparently, they're still continuing to honor this particular promotion. And so that is continuing. So Anytime Fitness with more than 4,000 locations, you always want to keep in mind, and from a competitive strategy standpoint, what's going on, particularly with those that have a lot of locations, particularly maybe surrounding you, or whatever that case may be. So you want to keep your eyes on Anytime Fitness, just because of their ubiquity in terms of the number of locations that they have. Next, Edge Fitness. And so I have to disclose, for those who don't know, I'm a member of Edge Fitness. And so I did see some Edge Fitness online ads here. I read a lot, a lot of books, exclusively nonfiction, but I read a lot online, a lot of news content, a lot of forums, I read a lot online. And so I was on a forum this week and I saw some Google ad links on one of these forums. And so actually I saw several different days this week. So I'm just going to highlight and do kind of day by day what I saw. So we have number one, Edge Fitness. I saw a 33 cents to enroll, and that actually tied in with their 33rd anniversary promo. So the 33rd anniversary of the founding of Edge Fitness Clubs, and that was Sunday, October 31st, and it actually kind of jarred my memory when I saw that, and it tied it into, so this coming Sunday will be 2 weeks. The Sunday newsletter that comes out, they actually had a blurb in there about the 33rd anniversary of Edge Fitness, and I remember the picture that they had, it was one of the Sansones, and then Michael Copeland in the middle, and then I want to say it was Vinny Sansone, the Chief Innovation Officer. In the middle there was a picture of Michael Copeland, the CEO, and on the other side was a Jimmy Sansone, if I recall correctly, who's the founder. And so I would just remember that it just tied it together for that 33rd anniversary, and how they had that mention. They had the mention of the 33rd anniversary in that newsletter. So we had a promo tying in the 33rd anniversary on Monday, November 1st. Edge Fitness Clubs, again, so another ad. These are the links, the verbiage and the wording that was on the links. Edge Fitness Clubs near you, and there was a sign up button. Next, Tuesday, 11/2, welcome to the Edge Fitness. And so there was a link there. Number 4, Edge Fitness Clubs near you. That was Wednesday the 3rd in the morning. And then later on I saw the Edge Fitness Clubs. Come experience the best in fitness with a free 7-day pass. Promotional offer. Come in. It's trial. Trials are very, very important, particularly in the fitness industry, to give folks an opportunity to get into your facility and see what it's all about, and certainly interact and have a sales conversation with that particular person. So saw those with Edge Fitness, some online advertising, and so I clicked the link on the very first one, and they actually had and Edge is really good about doing this, where you click the link and then it takes you to, you can see the promotional page, but it's a very good, clear photo of the inside of an Edge Fitness Club. And so, you always want to highlight, if humanly possible, highlight the inside of your facility. Have some, just what can they expect when they walk in the door? Entice them so perhaps it will stimulate and urge them, and then give them a sense of urgency about walking in the door. You have just a good photo. And so I clicked on that first link. I just read the other links and jotted down these notes, but did not click on them. I have an idiosyncrasy actually when it comes to, I told you, marketing and sales individuals. So I have a heart for marketing people. Professionals have a heart for salespeople. So number one, I don't like to waste salespeople's time because I know how it is. So I tend to play along with salespeople. If their sales manager's there, I listen to their whole presentation, and whatever the case may be. So I just, from a point of empathy and understanding, I interact with salespeople. And I'm honest with salespeople. If they're not interested, if there's no hope, if I'm not buying something, I let them know that too. But from a marketing standpoint, I have this idiosyncrasy where I do not like to click on say for instance, you Google something, you Google a product, and then you see the very first, you'll see the ad, the very first link will be the ad, you click on it. So I like to save marketers money, and so I'm big on not having them pay for my, pay per click. And so I will actually scroll down and find the link that does not have the ad button on it and click on that, so they don't have to pay for that particular click. So, but I did click on the first one because I just had to see that 33rd anniversary tie-in, but that's just something I always do. I don't like for entities, marketers, to have to pay for my click, and so I do it that way. But I did see the very first one, like I mentioned. Next, moving on to Lifetime Fitness. So Lifetime Fitness has an online campaign, and so this is for the month of October 2021. I've seen this several times. A place, so they've got a place theme, and so they've got 4 different shots of their club. So they've got a place, number 1, to move, and then it shifts to another photo. A place to breathe, then it shifts to another photo. A place to nourish, and it shifts to another photo. Number 4, a place to celebrate. And then it clicks over, and then it shifts over, and then you see the box saying request pass. So they've got their campaign going as well from a marketing standpoint. So a lot going on there. Number 5, Planet Fitness. And so we had the ubiquitous direct mail pieces that come. So, that was going on. This, of course, ended October 13th. And so wanted to highlight this as well. But also there's something on this, and I've been hanging on to this because there's something particularly in light of this coronavirus pandemic. And we know that the facility, gym, cleanliness has always been a big issue in the fitness arena. I've talked about this. But one thing that they actually, I want to read some of what they have here on their marketing piece. So one of their marketing messages. The club that has always been known for being clean is now cleaner than ever. Learn more about our cleaning procedures at planetfitness.com/club-cleanliness. So it is imperative. I mean, it's always been imperative, the cleanliness issue in facilities, but certainly now with the coronavirus pandemic, it's often said that perception is reality. Perception is reality. So it's very, very important that, facilities do as much as they humanly possible can to ensure, cleanliness. It's always been there, but just perception, particularly in the midst of this pandemic, where people have reservations. How clean is it? Somebody may have, some underlying conditions where they're concerned about being in facilities. And so it's just very, very important. And there's a reason why they've always highlighted cleanliness in their marketing efforts, but there's a reason. This is a very strong positioning in light of this coronavirus pandemic, highlighting they're cleaner than ever. So that's reinforcing any potential and addressing any potential fears members may have about coming into a facility or even joining a facility. So just wanted to highlight that. So that was their direct mail piece. Now on Monday of this week, I was on, just give the local something that I saw. I was on I-275 northbound between 7 and 8 mile roads, and I saw a billboard that stated, often imitated, never duplicated. It was a Planet Fitness billboard, and it stated, 50 plus locations across the Metro Detroit area. So wanted to highlight that. They've got that going on, some outdoor, always done that historically in our Metro Detroit area. And also had this one way down on the list because I had it in my email saved. So September 2021, there was an online ad that I saw, and I actually screenshotted it and emailed it to myself. So it was at the bottom of my email list for last month, and so I didn't want to forget this one. And the verbiage in that particular online ad stated, get more out of your membership, PF Black Card. And there was a box that said upgrade now that you click on. So the join now was essentially, they had the word was upgrade now, and it had, you consider that. And the reason why I wanted to also highlight that is, so their online ad highlighting the Black Card membership. And something that I've stated a few times here over the years on Fitness Friday is the importance of, particularly Planet Fitness, having that base membership of $10 a month plus taxes and fees. Okay, and so but for an online ad, they were highlighting, weren't highlighting the white card membership, so that base level membership, they were highlighting the Black Card membership. Why? Something that I've stated over and over again. Okay, that Planet Fitness model, it is a discount value model based on volume. I mean, if you offer a $10 a month membership, your volume has to be there. But at the same time, you want to have as many people, as many members, ideally coming through the door, signing up under a Black Card or that next tier membership versus that base membership. And so that's something, I can tell you as a former member of Planet, when I joined at that white card membership, they were on there. They're very consistent communication about, in terms of email, about upgrading that membership. I mean, it was very timely. It wasn't, constant, but there were definitely offers and opportunities to upgrade that membership. Why? Because even an entity, a fitness chain like Planet Fitness, who prides itself on $10 a month, you have to recognize, from a profitability standpoint, you need as many members as humanly possible at that second tier Black Card membership. That's just the numbers. The numbers are going to justify that. The numbers are going to justify that. It's a publicly traded company. This is not investment advice. I'm not an investment advisor, but you just have to look at it from a business standpoint. Okay, a publicly traded company is not interested in having 95% of people at that $10 a month membership. Again, I have no inside information, but that's just the realities of business. Is it about profitability and driving members? Yeah, you may come in at that $10 membership. Yes, you may stay there for 20 years, but ideally they want to be able to convert as many people to that second tier membership. That's why we upgrading. I've talked about upgrading from a sales standpoint. Upgrading is certainly huge from a marketing standpoint. That's why, particularly if you buy things online, you will often see, whether you're buying a plane ticket, whether you're buying anything, you will often see, would you like to add this? Would you like to upgrade to this? Would you like to fly first class? That's why, because it's just from a concept of profitability. And there's when you're able to upgrade individuals simply by asking or simply by offering the incremental revenues that are generated by upgrading. Research, there's a lot of research behind that, but that's why this concept of upgrades is so prevalent in the retail sector. Just huge add-ons. Do you want to add this? Do you want to add that? Do you want to add this? All right, you go to a restaurant. Would you like to add this? Would you like to try this? Upgrades. Would you like this dessert? So even from a sales standpoint, there's a huge emphasis for salespeople in various sectors, various entities to add. Do you want to suggest add-ons? Do you want to suggest upgrades? Why? Because many times people say yes, and that is incremental volume. Because if you leave people to their own devices, many times they will choose the base option, and so upgrades. So I spent a lot of time on that, but it's such a huge point. The concept of upgrades simply by asking. Because generally speaking, human beings are not going to raise their hand and say, yes, I want to pay more. Give me the next level package. Give me the top tier package. But if you build value and you ask and you offer, sometimes people will say yes. Not all the time. Sometimes people will say yes, and that will be incremental volume that you can expect, which is a good thing. And so those are some practical examples. I'm going to move on here and look at a partnership between TRX Training Club with Sports Illustrated. So have to find this particular email, and I've been saving this one for a while. Pardon me, folks. Have to find this. Yes. So I'm a subscriber to Sports Illustrated. And so on October 5th, and I save this because, again, TRX. So they are engaging now in partnerships and really looking at, again, driving some incremental growth and volume on their end from the home-based fitness trend. So the title of this email that I got, it states, exclusive offer, TRX Training Club and Sports Illustrated limited edition bundle. Goes on to state, we always like to show these when I can, strength training from home just got easier. Workouts for everybody. Being part of the Sports Illustrated family means access to exclusive offers curated just for you. That's why we've teamed up with TRX Training Club to bring you live and on-demand classes that will help you get stronger in as little as 10 minutes a day. Get started. And so they've got a bundle offer of only $199, and we have here $450 plus value. So Sports Illustrated TRX Training Club limited edition bundle, which includes TRX Sweat Home Suspension Trainer, all access TRX Training Club 12-month membership, unlimited access to TRX live classes, unlimited access to TRX on-demand workouts, July issue of SI Swimsuit Magazine. And so they have the button here, the blue button, get the bundle. Next, they have 7-day free trial, only $14.99 a month, all access membership, 7-day free trial, TRX Training Club membership only, unlimited access to TRX live classes, unlimited access to TRX on-demand workouts. Then they have the button activate free trial. You've heard me say this over and over and over again. Trials are huge in terms of creating a sense of urgency and getting folks to sign up or at least try something. Lastly, they have an on-demand membership, 7-day free trial. And when that trial's over, it's only $5.99 a month. This on-demand membership includes 7-day free trial, unlimited access to TRX on-demand workouts. And so the last button, become a member. And certainly, again, I'm not signed up for this, but I'm sure when you sign up for a membership at that $5.99 a month, there are going to be opportunities to upgrade, to try to get you to one of these other 2 tiers in terms of what they are offering. So wanted to highlight that. So partnership marketing, always been around, certainly continuing to see that in the fitness space. Great. So we're going to look here, folks, as this article loads up for me. Once again, Peloton, in the news again. And so I saw this article, quite frankly, I woke up Monday morning, Monday, November 1st. Woke up Monday morning, looked at my phone. You know, I always read, that's so funny. I always skim the news really quickly. And so, Peloton classes, this article by Jordan Valensky of CNN Business. Peloton classes are coming to your next Delta flight. So I saw that article and I just saw the headline, even before reading the article, and I thought to myself, wait, hold on. Like, Peloton's got a lot going on from a marketing standpoint, from marketing strategy, partnerships. They're doing a lot of things. And I asked myself, wait, hold on, did I miss something? Is Peloton publicly traded? And because, you know, again, and I highlighted this, you know, several weeks ago with the Lifetime, when it kind of, you know, that emphasis on marketing. They're historically been very sales driven, and so they eventually made a second run. They are currently making a second run being publicly traded. But when you see that growth, when you see the marketing strategies, when you see heavy emphasis on the marketing piece, that just triggers my mind to say, like, wait, what's going on? Like, okay, I'm seeing Peloton a lot. They're doing a lot. They're diversifying in terms of what their product offerings are. They're emphasizing away from the treadmill over to the bike. They've got a lot of marketing, a lot of advertising. What's going on? And now I saw that, just the headline. Wait, hold on. Are they publicly traded? And of course, they actually are. They actually are. And so some of the newer development here, not a newer development, but certainly that I was unaware of compared to last year. You know, they were a rising star and they're continuing to do all that they can to drive business. But wanted to highlight this article. Once again, the title, Peloton classes are coming to your next Delta flight. It's hard to relax on a flight. I'm not going to read all of this in its entirety. I want to move on to this last case. It's hard to relax on a flight, but Peloton is hoping to help. The fitness industry is partnering, the fitness company, is partnering with Delta Airlines to bring some of its classes to the airline's in-flight entertainment systems. 5 stretching and meditation custom classes produced exclusively for Delta are now available on planes with seat back screens. The collaboration marks the first time Peloton's classes are available to stream outside of its app or hardware, such as its treadmill or stationary bike. The classes range in length from 5 minutes to 20 minutes and will help passengers relax, stretch, or fall asleep. They're taught by popular instructors including Maddie Maggiacomo, Adrian Williams, and Chelsea Jackson Roberts. Jen Cotter, Peloton's chief content officer, said she's surprised when people don't realize the brand offers additional fitness classes that go beyond biking or running. The company sells spin bikes and treadmills, but it also offers classes for subscribers who don't own Peloton equipment. It gives us a chance for people that aren't Peloton members, this is a marketing series here, about this accessibility and that we have the best fitness content in the world, Cotter told CNN Business in an exclusive interview. We know that once someone downloads the Peloton app and tries one of our classes, they're going to fall in love with Peloton. Stretching and meditation classes were selected as the initial classes because Peloton members frequently ask for travel-friendly exercises. These options, which Cotter said are critical to anyone's wellness routine, are 2 classes that people might not know Peloton offers. Peloton approached the airline for the collaboration, and financial terms weren't disclosed. The classes are not available on Peloton's app, and the plan is for them to be refreshed every few months. Not going to read the rest of that in the interest of time, but Peloton partnering with Delta Airlines. again, from a market research standpoint, it says that they had people asking. So market research, the importance of market research and how that drives sales, volumes, interest, trial, whatever the case may be. So we're going to wrap this episode up, folks, by highlighting this case study. Really, and I hadn't planned to cover this, but this is just such a good one, and there's so much here. And I want to dive into it really quickly here in the interest of time. Wanted to cover this. This is a marketing episode, a marketing series, but also this just talks about, business operations from a fitness, looking at a specific case and what they have done. So club industry, this article is entitled, "UFit Rebrands, Add Member Services, Plans Slow Expansion." So Pamela Kufal, the content director at Club Industry, published this on October 25th. I'm going to read this one in its entirety. It's going to emphasize certain points. UFit Health Clubs, Deerfield Beach, Florida, has rebranded as UFit Gyms and will offer new member services while also investing $20 million to renovate its 80 locations, the company announced on October 25th. We felt like health clubs was an outdated term and ultimately something that we weren't. UFit CEO Brian Vahaley told Club Industry, and there's in parentheses it says, see the full interview in the video below. So there's video that captured this interview. If you're interested, please Google the article. At our core, we are a gym, and we provide a great strength training experience, and we provide a great cardio experience. With that said, we need to personalize that and take it a step further. UFit, one of the reasons why I wanted to highlight this, folks, UFit was one of the several major brands that filed for Chapter 11 in 2020 due to COVID-19 pandemic, due to the pandemic. In February 2021, it went through financial restructuring during which ownership landed in the hands of a group of investors, including majority shareholders Birch Grove Capital. At that time, Vahaley was named CEO, bringing with him 2.5 years of experience as the CFO of boutique studio brand Solid Core, experience in private equity with Next Gen Venture Partners and McLean Capital, as well as experience as a professional tennis player. The rebranding includes a new logo to go with the new name, $20 million in upgrades at its 80 clubs in 10 states, nutritional resources through a partnership, once again, the prevalence of partnerships is something that I'm emphasizing on purpose, with Eat Love, on-site personal training for as low as $30 per session. Good insight there. What are they charging for personal training? Think about it from a competitive strategy standpoint, the benchmarking. What are you charging? What are they charging? What are your competitors charging? Do you know? And UFit On Demand, a series of virtual classes created for at-home workouts through a partnership with Les Mills. UFit will continue to offer memberships for as low as $10 and will offer higher tiered memberships up to $39 per month, where the nutrition, virtual, and on-demand, as well as small group training offerings will be included, Vahaley said, adding that the vast majority of its customers upgrade to the higher price point. Here it is, folks. Let me repeat that again, just for another layer, another example of upgrading. Gotta emphasize this again. Adding that the vast majority of its customers upgrade to the higher price point. But you've got to build the value. You've got to build the value behind the upgrades and the higher tiers, but you've got to ask and you've got to offer. Right, moving on. We think $10 gets them in the door, and the people who don't need the accountability, don't need the training, don't need any sort of education, then we're a great product for them, he said. But the reality is most people do need that. So for us, we're seeing people upgrade. We're seeing people take advantage of some of our other services, and that's provided a great business model for us. The low price model had been working for the brand prior to the pandemic, but the pandemic and growth under prior ownership that was faster than was sustainable caused issues that necessitated the November 2020 Chapter 11 for the company, he said. At one point, UFit had about 140 locations, but at the time of its Chapter 11, it had 100 locations before narrowing to its current 80 facilities. All right, next session goes on to discuss expansion plans. It states, UFit will expand again, but this time, Vahaley plans to go slowly with no intention of franchising. He plans to open 3 to 5 gyms in 2022 and then open more in 2023. For us right now, it's about stabilizing the group, really getting this rebrand out, getting all of these services performed well for all of our customers, he said. That's really where we are focused for the next 6 months. Expansion will continue in its core markets across the southeastern U.S., including Florida, Atlanta, and Dallas. But Haley said, we see a lot of opportunity there. We just want to be slow and thoughtful about that and really understand how our customers are using our gyms differently than they did maybe pre-COVID. So as we think about expansion, what is the right square footage? What are the right products that we need? What are the right strength training options that they want? We want to study and learn from our customers before we start potentially opening a type of gym that is no longer the type of gym that people want and need coming out of COVID. Boutique Fitness did a good job of personalizing fitness and creating a great experience. And Vahaley wants to bring personalization to UFit, he said. I felt like coming out of the pandemic, people really learned what they can do at home and what they can't do at home, he said. So having a low-cost option for strength training as well as some additional services that we're bringing on as part of the new UFit, I just see a really big opportunity there. UFit clubs range from 15,000 square feet to 35,000 square feet and from 5,000 membership to 12,000 memberships, he said. Low price and higher price providers are well positioned to be successful coming out of COVID, Vahaley said, and he plans to stay in the low priced arena for a reason. Our big mantra going forward is affordability and accessibility, Vahaley said. We want fitness to be accessible for all. There was a lot there, and I challenge you to please take a look at this if you have time. There's just a lot there in terms of strategy and operations, marketing, sales, customer service, market research. There's a whole lot there. The title of this article again, UFit rebrands, adds member services, plans slow expansion, club industry. Pamela Kufal, Kufahl, Content Director, October 25th, 2021. A lot there. A lot there. What do your customers want? What do your members want? They're really taking it slow and methodical. What can we do to have a more customer-centric experience? We think about Amazon. What is one of their very big taglines? We want to be the most customer-centric company on Earth, on the planet Earth. But so, upgrades. Yes, they're highlighting affordability. Yes, they have that $10 a month membership. What do? Build value, and encourage people to upgrade. And so, folks, that is all I have for this particular episode. This has been such a blast. I'm going to talk about marketing. We're going to close this little sub-series out on marketing here. Never covered marketing this late in the year, but just want to highlight some things. People are doing strategic planning for the end of the fourth quarter going into Q1 2022, and just want to provide some insight. Just want to challenge your thinking a little bit. Just want to shake you up a little bit as you're undergoing your strategic planning. Want to close out 2021 strong, but certainly set yourselves up for a strong 2022 and beyond. And just think of some different things that you can do. And that's why I wanted to highlight this particular article where they took a step back and said, okay, we ran into some headwinds in 2020, as did many fitness entities. Actually probably all fitness entities were pivoting and rebranding, a number of examples of rebranding, and don't have time to go into all of that. So a number of rebrands have occurred and continue to occur. So just a lot going on, partnerships, collaborations. And so I want to highlight some examples to just challenge your thinking a little bit. Challenge you to think about what you're doing, why you're doing it. Are there opportunities for you? What opportunities exist? Your SWOT analysis. What opportunities are out there? Take a look. Evaluate your threats. Do what you can as much as humanly possible to neutralize those threats. But just do whatever you can do. Because again, control what you can control, that old adage. Do what you can do in order to ensure a strong finish to 2021 and a great setup for 2022 and beyond, folks. So that is all I have for you today. I cannot wait to continue this marketing. I'm going to take a look at a specific example of just a hidden opportunity from a marketing standpoint. I'm going to take a look at that. I'm going to take a look also at this whole concept of cancellation, the cancellation process. So and how that relates to marketing as well. So can't wait. But until then, remember, I am positively passionate about your fitness, leadership, and success. Make it a